Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Chrysos channel. Today I'm going to be covering the first of many 2K videos that I'll be doing here on the channel. As we all know, NBA 2K has been an absolute roller coaster the last few years, full of highs and lows, and plenty of frustration from the community as a whole. But with NBA 2K26 finally here, fans are asking, did 2K actually revive the franchise and fix problems that we've had for years? Today we're breaking down every major new feature, every fix, and comparing it all to past problems that had players ready to give up. Make sure to stick around to the end because I'll be giving my final verdict. Did 2K really come back, or is this just another hype cycle for the game's franchise? Starting off with gameplay as a whole, the sluggish defense, inconsistent shot timing, copy and paste animations from 2K24 and 2K25 have finally came to somewhat of a fix. Recycled animations are not as much of an issue, with new animations being added to the game, as well as the old players who used to have just animations that were always in the meta and being recycled every year. They've actually updated some of the players' animations as a whole, like the move that they do when either dribbling or just as a whole, their shiftiness when it comes to players, especially I think one I could name is probably Luka Doncic. His animations are more updated because, I mean, we all know he's gained a few. Not to say he's not a great player still, but he just does not move the same. They've updated the way all animations for people have been working, as in just fluency. You don't feel as choppy when you're moving left and right anymore. It's a lot more smooth, and just everything has been kind of updated at least. And I don't say everything even lightly here. I'd say it's all pretty noticeable, especially when it comes to the SIGs this year. They're going to be pretty unique and not always the same SIGs you would see in the past. Obviously, you're going to see your Ja Morant signatures still when it comes to dribbling and things like that, but that's just because they are great players. But on the other hand, there are also new players who have SIGs going around in the game. I think Tyrese Maxey's been one of them that people have started been using a lot more this year, and that's all been pretty good. Inconsistent shot timing has finally also came to a full-on fix. It is green or miss when you're in the park. Everybody thinks it's a glitch saying late or early or hard late, hard early because it's always red. It's because it is green or miss. I have seen an few times where it said slightly early or slightly late and it's gone in. I don't know if it's been with threes necessarily or if it's in the paint, and I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but that has happened a few times. Sluggish defense has also been fixed fairly well, going back to those animations and everything, just how smooth the game works. It's made it also a lot more smooth on defense. You're actually able to kind of play defense in the paint. I will still say that's not fully fixed, especially with driving dunks. 6'8 demigods will be in the meta this year, but if it's just standing dunks or driving layups, if you're up in their face, their meter will be a lot lower. And that's been, I feel like, the biggest main fix, because you're not going to see these 7-foot builds, these 7'2 builds standing in the paint, just putting it up on top of your face. Basically, you're like, got your head in their legs, and it's still saying that they have a full green window. That's been fixed as well. Moving on to the community complaints. Once again, animations being recycled, that's been fixed. Paint defense being broken hasn't been fully fixed. Driving dunks have still seemed pretty, um, I'd even say overpowered. Just the way you're kind of able to charge in. If you get past your defender, even if they're on your left or right, it's not going to bring down your green window very much. I will say it might slightly, but it doesn't do it as much as it's probably supposed to. If you're up in their face, though, it is a lot better in the paint. Green or miss being too forgiving, we all know with the RNG and everything, that's been taken down at least a lot. Like I had said, like, you're not going to see slightly earlys or slightly lates very often anymore, but if that was a glitch, you're not going to see them at all. And if it wasn't a glitch, I've only seen it happen a few times. So this year does seem to be green or miss, which is a very good upside for this 2K. We've also seen a major rework with the rhythm shooting and green or miss. There's been a full overhaul there. It's more about timing, footwork, and release windows now, and it's been a lot better. It was kind of OP the first few days. They did a rework on it, and it moves pretty smooth now. I personally use the shooting button. It's what I've always liked, except don't fully listen to me either because I'm kind of a bum ass at the game. I'm just a reporter. When it comes to pro play and the dynamic motion engine, that's been slightly reworked. There's smoother cuts, which is a lot better when it comes to the dribbling. They kept up their word when announcing the game. Dribbling is a lot smoother, and the cuts are a lot smoother as well. There's new collision animations, which is definitely nice for contact dunks or trying to break your defender, trying to drive for a layup or dunk. That's also been really nice. Magnet defense has finally also been almost fully fixed. You're not able to just have LT hold down and just be fully guarding them. They hit a few dribble moves, you're gonna stumble this year, as it should have been for years in the past. But Ronnie finally did a good thing and it's fixed. Um, let's see. The interior mechanics as well. They're fixed. No more layup roulette. Contact physics actually matter. That's another thing with the paint defense. If you're making contact, it's not just your layups going in. I'm calling it layup roulette because you actually have to get the ball in the hoop, especially when making contact. So that's been a very good fix. Dribble combos have also been expanded. The size ups, the chaining moves, SIGs as a whole, so much smoother this year. Feels like anybody can actually get a hold of it, and it's not just a ping differential. If you have the better ping, you're going to actually be able to dribble more. Um, the big man moves have also been revived. Skyhooks, dream shakes, and advanced post animations have all been brought back to the game. This is a very good upside for these big builds. Like I said, even though it's not a full-on big build, these 6-8 demigods, it's what I've been playing as. They're going to take over this year. Even if I'm not very good, I promise you there's good players out there running the 6-8 demigod builds. Um, the one comparison I could say is 2K26 is like a Curry step back. It's swishing so far. If they don't mess this game up, it's going to be one of the best 2Ks. For the first time in years, you can feel the difference between a guard like Trae Young and a big like Embiid, and that comes very beneficial when it comes to defense and is going to actually make your three-man that you're playing with either in the park or wherever actually matter. You can't just all run demigods, so I did say they're going to be in meta. You're going to want a big, you're going to want a small, because that actually all matters this year. When it comes to the visuals, the atmosphere, and presentation as well, the game looks a lot more lifelike. In the park, you're not going to have those hard shadows, the really dark or the really bright up in your face. It's all actually just set to how it's going to look 24/7, which comes playing wise a lot nicer because you're not going to be looking straight into the sun and feel like you're getting flashbanged in 2K. The jersey clipping, the body models looking plasticky has also been fixed a decent amount. It looks a lot more realistic this year. As always, they turned up the sweat amount. Your character's going to be borderline turning into an ocean at this point, but they just love doing that every year. But like I had said, visuals as a whole just look a lot better. And if you're one who likes to play just regular, like play now, the crowds look a lot more lifelike. You even have people sitting on the sideline with hot dogs, and over time, their hot dog is actually getting eaten. That's how much detail they added. That sounds like glaze, but I'm just saying, for 2K, that's impressive. The upgrades they've added to this game, the lighting, the skin shaders, they're a lot better. Realistic sweat, like I had said, even though it's turned up probably a little too much, the muscle definition and embroidered jerseys, it all looks great, especially when I'm playing on PC. I can't say for sure on like console or not, but it all looks great on PC so far this year. The arena uniqueness, the haze, pyros, accurate floor reflections, those are all really nice to see in play now or my team. Crowd immersion, there's rally towels, LED wristbands, and they doubled the NPC variety, so you're not going to see the same two people sitting right next to each other. The commentary expansion is great. Tim Legler joins new PA announcers this year and international voices, adding a lot more voice lines as a whole and just making the game feel a lot more realistic when you're trying to get that NBA feel playing play now. There's dynamic highlight tools with the replay packages, filters, and photo moments if you like taking those. I know I used a picture of a build that's not even mine on the thumbnail of this video because I don't have one of myself yet. Um, but it all looks great. There's a lot extra padding this year when playing as well. If you slow-mo a 2K25 dunk versus a 26 dunk, they look a lot different. You hit your dunk, it looks natural, it doesn't look clunky or anything like that. The fan reactions is also crazy to see when playing Play Now. They actually react when you hit a good dunk. So that's nice to see because I always had the AT&T Slam Cam, but then in the background of the Slam Cam, you'd see the crowd just not even reacting. So that's kind of a cool ad that they did this year as well. And even on X, I've seen now as well a ton of people praising visuals. I'll see if I can add any of that to this video if I'm feeling like I actually want to add stuff like that and not wanting to be lazy, but there has been tweets. Go look for yourself if I don't put them in the video. But people have been complimenting the way the game looks, at least from what I've seen. I even like the way the game looks and plays so far. So either way, fuck Ronald and fuck Mike Wayne, bro. Shout out to Flight Reacts. But good shit, Ronald. You kind of locked in this year. Even though I think you're just a part of the PR team, you locked in. Moving on to the game modes and features, my team's seen the integration of WNBA this year. There's Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark cards that are actually, pretty cool, especially if you're one that likes my team. They added more content then. It's going to be better for getting my team points, so even if you may not care about the WNBA, which I know a lot of NBA fans don't, that has been added, and it's at least cool to see it added for people that did want to play that in my team. There's fresher lineup creativity, and the auction house and load times have also been fixed. So when you're in the auction house, it's not going to say there's a minute left on the auction and it's already ended. And like I said, load times a lot better this year. The game is already like I think 53 gigs smaller on PC, if I remember what I looked at correctly when I deleted 2K25 to download 26. I think I saw a 53 gig difference. So this game is 53 gigs smaller, but the load time's pretty quick this year. My career also added Out of Bounds, which they've kind of had in the past when it comes to like the story mode, but it's pretty cool this year. It's a Spike Lee narrative, returning to the cinematic storytelling, and it's been pretty cool to see. I didn't fully complete it yet, but you do get a 10% My Points bonus if you complete it, as well as some VC, so I recommend it. I just haven't gotten around to fully completing that yet. Then you also have goat skills, which are quests, and it's same thing as a goat board last year. It gets you some nice VC, which is nice to have, as well as the lifetime challenges they have this year. If you fully complete them, you get 5 million VC, which it's going to be pretty close to 2K26 coming out before you can complete some of those just due to the like time limits and like a certain amount of days logged in and things like that are challenges. But if you're somebody like me who buys 2K every other year, that's going to be a nice amount of VC to have in your pocket. My NBA and my GM, online playoffs with friends. That's a really cool integration. 30 new storylines tied to each team, custom championship banners, and faster simulations. And the addition of my WNBA is here now as well, which I would say adds a lot more replay value, especially to those modes this year. So if you're not a person who only plays my career, you have a lot more replayability when it comes to other modes. So that's been cool to see. And I'll probably do a fantasy lineup reveal video at some point, and I feel like that would be pretty fun. Let me know if that's a series y'all want to see. But overall, a lot more replayability. The fixes and patches, 2K servers, infamous for disconnects. That seems to be at least a bit better this year as the game doesn't feel as laggy, so it seems like the servers are holding up a bit better. Let's just hope that continues. My court bugs, treadmill grind glitches, pro-am crashes, they fixed a bunch of that. Doing the treadmill in the Gatorade area is not for the weak now. Have my fingers cramping up and I only got 1 star on it. So I recommend not doing the treadmill if you're going to go to the Gatorade area. Maybe it's just glitched right now, but that seems to be a lot harder. The My Team menus have been stalling in the past. That seems to be pretty smooth this year. Like, I haven't noticed it at all yet, at least. I haven't played a ton of my team, but from what I could tell, that's not as much of an issue this year. With version 1.1 and version 1.2, Pro-Am, Street Kings, and Co-op are all stable, disconnects have been reduced, Auction House is working properly, draft bugs in My Career have been patched, off-season My NBA tasks have been restored, crossplay is still broken though. PS5 versus Xbox players still struggle, latency and failed invites in Pro-Am, and it's most definitely an elephant in the room for this game. It's just been very lackluster when it comes to crossplay since they've added it, even in past 2Ks. It's never been a great feature, as in, like, how it's polished. It's a great idea if it actually worked well and played well, but that still does have quite a few major issues this year. So finally, let's talk about, did 2K actually revive the franchise? Going over the positives, gameplay depth has obviously been restored. It's a lot more replayable in other modes. My Career feels a lot more smooth. It plays quicker, dribbling smoother, defense is better, shooting overall is better. Greener miss is added to the game. There's no hard shadows or really bright scenes anymore with the fixed weather and everything in the park. Presentation has been a great leap forward this year with the way the game looks, just as a whole, graphics wise, and just how it moves, the loading times, the embroidered jerseys, and everything. One thing I did realize though is if you're somebody who likes to run the compression shirts, like the Nike ones, they look very matte this year, like the material is unfinished. Feel like that was just something I could point out, not that it really matters too much, but overall looks wise, it's looked very good. WNBA being added to my team is innovative at least, especially for the people that want to play it. And bugs being patched quicker than in the past years has been great. The game came out, I don't even know if it's out for everybody yet as of the time I'm recording this, but early access, they've even fixed things now this year, which is great to see. Negatives wise, crossplay is still unfinished. That's the biggest issue. You invite one of your friends and it doesn't work. You try and play after the invite does work and it feels very choppy, very laggy, and just severely unfinished. And another thing is definitely the quest grind. They do feel more rewarding this year, adding cap breakers to the lifetime challenges and the 5 million VC thing. I feel like that almost shot themselves in the foot, considering I feel like there might be some people that are like, I have 5 million VC, I'm gonna stay on this 2K. But time will tell if the servers also choose to still hold up, like long term. And so far, they've seemed pretty good, but who knows? So, my personal verdict is good shit, Ronnie. Good shit, Mike Wayne. NBA 2K26 feels like a revival for this franchise, but it's still not perfect. But if 2K can nail crossplay this year and fix it, this could go down as the best 2K since 2K16 in my personal opinion. So to end this video off, let me know what you guys think. Did 2K26 bring 2K back this year, or are you guys still skeptical about the game? Drop your thoughts below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more deep dives like this in the 2K videos, let me know. Or if you want some less information and want them quicker and shorter, and more just about my career in Park in general, let me know as well. Overall, I feel like this is the beginning of a new prime for 2K, as well as they keep the features that are good this year in the next one and can fix the crossplay issues. But with that being said, y'all have a great rest of your day. Go get on the game now and get your cap breakers and get you maxed out to 99 overall. Y'all have a good one.